Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I wanted to do another cutting demo, this time using the Benchmade 940, and basically going over the, how the blade performs with the edge thickness, or, well, the blade grind, and, how the edge withstands various cutting tasks. It's not going to be too extreme or anything, it's going to be pretty general in what you might do in a day. So, I'll just go ahead and show you how sharp it is currently. Grab a piece of paper here. Razor sharp. Let's see if I can test it along the whole edge of the blade. So, the whole edge is pretty smooth, very well refined. It's shaving sharp. I don't really have a whole lot of hair on my arms, but I'll try to give you some. If it'll focus. A little bit on the edge right there. So, first off, I'm going to start cutting some leather. This is just some scrap leather, so I'm going to go ahead and slice that on the cutting mat. And we can see how well the edge holds up with Benchmade's heat treat. It cuts through very well. Do a little bit more. So, that's pretty general right there. Gonna do a little bit of food prep. Tomato that my dog got, so I'm not gonna be eating that, so might as well use it for a cutting demo. And some fairly old celery. Cuts through really well, through the celery that is. Give you guys more close-up view. So, just demonstrating what your edge might go through if you decide to prepare dinner or something with your carry knife. I know a lot of people tend to enjoy seeing knives being used, so might as well go ahead and test it out. Okay. So there's the celery, I'll cut up. Gonna go ahead and move to the tomato. Nice clean cuts. The blade doesn't have a whole lot of bite to it since it's fairly well polished, but it still slices through really well. Stay in frame there. Hey guys, yesterday I cut open my thumb doing the food prep portion of the cutting demonstration. So, I just let that heal a little bit, and today we're going to be continuing. So, basically, what I did, I just did a little bit of whittling using the Benchmade 940 just to demonstrate its edge and everything. I did this off camera, so I'm not going to be filming that or rolling that in, but I haven't sharpened it or touched it up or stropped it or anything since I did this and since all the previous cutting demonstrations. So now I'm going to move on to the cardboard. So we'll do a bit of cardboard cutting, and then we'll proceed to testing the edge later on. Give you a little bit more of a side angle, I guess. Cuts through extremely well. Very little drag. I feel a little bit, but it's not as bad as some of my other knives. It seems that my Spyderco Delica with the full flat ground blade has a little bit more resistance, but I'll have to compare that later. That might have just been because the box that I was cutting may have had more tape on it than this one did. So yep, so no more looking through that viewfinder as I'm doing cutting demonstrations. Okay, so there's one whole strip. Go ahead and do another. I'm trying to utilize the whole edge of the blade just to get even wear, so. Whew. Getting pretty hot too. That's kind of interesting. There's a little flap of cardboard that's hanging over, so it kind of hangs up on the blade. Hopefully I've been in frame this whole time. Getting a little gummed up on the edge due to all the tape, but not too bad. Still very little force. I'm not gonna do much more of this piece since it's a little too small and starting to get a little bit hazardous. But I'm just gonna clean up this blade. I'll do it on camera, and we'll proceed to testing the edge on some paracord and a piece of paper to see if it's still pretty sharp. So I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and clean the blade now. I got a little cotton ball and some lighter fluid. Old habits. Started looking through that viewfinder again. So just make sure to get all the tape off the edge, just to make sure that it's fair when I do the paper cutting demonstration. You know, this isn't the end-all test to see how well your blade is, you know, edge retention wise and, you know, blade grind and everything, but you know, this is just pretty general. You know, anybody could do their own test. So, piece of paper, still really clean. I'm actually fairly surprised. It was my fault more so. So still really sharp. I'm pretty surprised after all that wood that I cut, various leather. I cut more leather off camera, and you know, so far it seems to be doing good. I think I have a little bit of hair on my arms over here. We can go ahead and try to shave. Oh yeah, still nice and sharp. Most of it just fell off the edge of the blade, but got a nice little bald spot there. So I'm pretty impressed, to be honest. I really didn't expect S30V to hold that edge through all of that. You know, constant force on the edge, doing draw cuts, cutting through leather, cutting on hard cutting mats and cutting boards, going through all that cardboard, and still a phenomenal edge. So you could really use this blade for quite a long time without having to resharpen it. I think that this S30V is very well heat treated. I can sharpen it really easily by hand, and you know, maintain that edge really easily. So as you can see, it's still shaving sharp after all that. And I was doing quite a bit of whittling with this, and that wood is really hard. So you know, I think that says a little bit. But you know, anybody can do their own tests, like I said. So you know, I'm really happy with it. Stood up great. So you know, slightly convex edge with a V grind micro bevel. So pretty happy. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. I am gonna edit out the part of me slicing my finger open. Didn't really have too many nice words to say once that happened. So anyhow, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good one.